Well, there you have it, folks. Not a bad looking coyote. Looks like he's got a rub behind his neck just a little bit. First night catch on this one, and right off the road system. So I usually catch, I usually do okay right here. So as they transition from one spot to the next. Hey, I got a good episode for you guys. I'm glad you're with me. Should have plenty of catches in here as I trap Missouri during my favorite portion, the winter portion. So anyways, should be a good one. Here we go. Oh gosh. And have a great day. Well, I took you to an area that I always like to hit these on the map. I want to show this to you guys, so hopefully this helps during the winter months. There's a big pool of water right here, and this irrigation ditch goes a long ways. Now I do have some footholds in this corner as everything just kind of goes through and they exit out right there. But you can see this is a lot of native grass. And along this stretch, about a quarter of a mile, I'll cable all the trails that lead in and out of this area. Very effective. It's a little bit, I don't want to say it's tedious, but it takes these cable restraints on these little trails that pop in and out, like these right here. You can probably barely see that. There's a trail going through there. I just cabled that one there. They're really a lot of fun to set and check. I think I have 9 through here, and I just cable all these trails that come out as they feed in this, what I call the bread basket. So now these will catch overnight. A lot of times they'll catch in a month. But they catch, and they're extremely effective, and they're a lot of fun, especially if you got a little snow on the ground. They're just a lot of fun to check and to set. So just thought I'd show you guys what I'm kind of working on as I kind of work on this system. It just all kind of narrows right here on this end. Good little area in and out. Just thought I'd share that with you. It's a lot of fun. I'll have a lot of catches. Okay, well, I took you to one of these systems, big long ranch style road, flat ground. Here's our ditch that we just saw a minute ago. It'll go this way. I do have a sod set. I just kind of roll over the side. I'll show it to you real quick. A lot of strategy on this one. I'm just setting this property up. I like to take inventory as I go, but I know that if there's any coyotes running this ditch, they can't pass up a nice sod set on top of the levee. Just roll over the sod. I don't know how well you can see that set. Now the dirt hole underneath it. The wind is really good in all directions right here. So if I get a northerly wind, it'll carry down this ditch. Northwest still good. West or east is good. Southerly wind is good. Wind is really good right here. So, but what I was going to show you guys real quick is this set. It's kind of a 3-prong area right here, like a little triangle. But I'll just set 2 today, just because I'm not seeing the sign. I was just getting ready to set this. And you can see there's this little tuft of grass right there. So as they transition forward or through here, they always like to mark something on the side as they kind of go through. I was just getting ready to set this, and I was like, you know, there's not a lot of coyotes here this year, because this is usually where I see a lot of the droppings, is on the end. I did see a dropping, and I ended up saving it, but this whole road should be caked with coyote tracks. One right here, just real shallow, and I don't know what to tell you. It's pretty disconcerting, really. Yeah, but anyways, if anything comes through here, I'm gonna catch him on a post on that little piece of sod on the side. That should do it. Lots of strategy, but I always think it's important to take inventory. It doesn't make a lot of sense setting traps in areas that you know it's going to be slow, but it is what it is, I guess, right? Anyways, there you go. There's some more coyote trapping strategy for you. Gonna put a post set in here. Gonna pee on it. That's all I'm gonna do. And I got my food dirt hole up there with the sod set. We'll catch. Well, it doesn't look like much. Take a break in the predator trapping. Got my orange on so nobody shoots at me. It's crazy when you're bending over. It makes you think, doesn't it? Part of the deal is where I trap, I got to do the beavers. And there's a big feed bed up there. I'll show it to you in a second. But I do have a beaver right here. As the channel just kind of narrows right there. I put it at 330. Oh, I can see him floating. So I'll show you this feed bed up here. I don't know why they do that, because this stretch is really long, and they went through 2 old lodges and they decided to settle. I'll show you this big feed bed right there by them tubes. It's pretty wild. Just a little pool of water right there. Every year they do this to me. I mean, it's like, why can't they just, you know, stay in the same place, right? There's a bank den over here on this. The water really isn't that deep. Right in here. And then it just drops off. You know, you're going through here, it's shallow, drops off. There's a bank den right there. I don't see anything floating on it right now. And I take my wire and I wire off. There's my wire. It's straight. I'll get a little closer before it gets muddy. But just right there, it's pretty simple. Like taking candy from a baby. Let's go look at the crossover. All right. So there's my tubes with my feed bed. And then there's another system. I just got done show you some coyote stuff back in there. I asked my guy yesterday, I says, I'll show you this in a second. Here's the crossover. It's so good. You can't beat it. Let's go look at the tracks. Love these. These are my favorite. Coons. Everything's crossing these. Otter. You always see your otter sign right in through here. Beat down. She's just like a mud road. These are my favorite. If you do any water trapping, these are always really good. And if you're in a state like Iowa, I think Iowa will let you do a 220 dry land on these. You'll catch otter. You'll probably catch cats on these too. So bobcats, I meant to say. Look at that trail, guys. We got a 280. I think I'm gonna swap out for a 330. And I think it's set off. You can kind of barely see it. I'll have to change that out and put a 330 down there. In my state, we could get to the spring eyes with the water level, but we're gonna get really cold weather here soon. So I'll have to get it underneath the ice, probably. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Sometimes you gotta make your landowners nice and happy so that you could do the things you want to do, but there's still a lot of fun, especially with this crossover. Man, that's a good trail. All right, so I always said take inventory, and I'm just like a kid in the candy store, especially when it comes to the crossover trails, the pond dams on the ends. Everything should be leaving their calling cards on these. Your tracks, you'll see what's coming through. I say this is a good area to take inventory. So usually your otter, if you have otter, they'll be defecating here. And theirs is green. Of course, you guys all know that, I'm sure. and it's a good trail. Let's go over here to this corner. And I asked the guy yesterday, I was like, can I set a coyote track over here? And he didn't respond. And there's no better place in this area to catch a coyote than right over here. I'll show it to you. Right here off of that. There's like a levee on this side here. And you can see there's a trail going down through there. And I'll set it right here. And I'll catch a coyote there. These are kind of what I call like next day catches. So there's all kinds of coyote tracks right here. There's any coyotes in the country, they're cutting across right there. So I'll get a coyote set in there. I just thought I'd share that with you guys, and here we go. Well, I pulled my beaver out of the ditch. Nice big beaver. Gotta catch them one rodent at a time. Got my channel set reset and ready to go. Things we gotta do just to predator trap, right guys? I had a trap here run over the other day. I told the farmer, I said, make sure you stay on the 2 tracks. And I couldn't beat not setting that right there. There's just this tuft of grass, put a T-bone on it, and I just marked it with some coyote urine. This one's a nice coyote, so. Deep catch on a bridger, number 3. There we go. I got another set over here on the side. All right, get the dispatch, keep moving. Same set, all the post sets are working right now. So I've got a dirt hole up here on this levee piece as it kind of goes around. And yeah, all the post sets. Just had a tuft of grass right here. Okay, I reset it real quick. Here's the finished set. This is what's really effective. Now that was a female and she was in heat. And it's a little early yet. Usually it's right around Christmas. So that's probably, maybe that explains why my post sets are really effective right now. So I've got my tuft of grass as it passed through this area. I go with I like a little tube, like a PVC tube that's about this thick, and then it kind of holds my polyfill, which is where that's at. I just poke it back in there high enough up to where if I get a good rain, it'll be out of the mud, and I kick it at a 45. That way it keeps working. It's kind of, you know, a little bit of a strategy. I don't have to do anything like that, but if you, I like those. Holds polyfill or cotton, and then I urine on this side, and then urine on this side. I do have a drop in right here, which helps them naturally go through. And I've been kind of spreading a little bit of a glam lure back here. But if you just do this point of contact and then 2 urines on this side, that's good enough. So that's the set, and that's what I've been kind of doing. And it seems to be the only one that's working right now, which is kind of odd. Hey, I think I'll end the video here, guys. I had several catches in here for you, lots of strategy. Just now kind of getting started. It's probably the middle part of December. I have maybe a dozen coyotes to my name at best. But we have lots of good catches, had a lot of good time. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. Otherwise, click the big thumbs up, helps me out a lot. I'm Jinx. Have a great day.